diagnosis day, the hardest day, the day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day one is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day one.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
Great morning, Truth Nation. Welcome to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 The Truth inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. We are your cousin subs of the day. I'm a club sub, the legendary Home Blow, along with the legendary
Dame Elsie.
Great
place to be.
Okay,
that's my tag for the day.
Got you.
The place to be.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, because you're in the house. I got you. You're in the building. Yep, yes,
then
sir.
I was in the house.
Yep.
I'm in the place to be. Old school stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Grown folks.
Right.
They're gonna learn today. How you doing this morning, bruh?
I'm doing good. It's Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I work for the city, so it's payday Thursday.
Okay,
so that's a good thing.
Yeah, that puts some excitement there,
especially when you get paid bi-weekly.
You don't work for DPW, do you? With a white truck?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't. I don't work for DPW, but I wouldn't mind. DPW is a great place to work.
No, I know. I mean, you get a little white truck, and you get to pull.
Yeah,
in an alley or by some bushes.
Yeah, no, that's not me.
Oh, okay. All right.
But even when they're pulling in the alley and by the bushes, they may be doing paperwork. They may be doing other things.
So what we saw, they were pulling. All right. So what we kind of saw, that was crazy to me. And you know how you get happy that it wasn't like the quote unquote the usual suspect. I noticed the lack of melanin.
Okay,
you feel what I'm saying? And a part of that made me be like, yeah, good, because we have seen so much, and it's usually certain situations, and it's us, and that may not have even been a woman.
Oh, that's okay. Wait, what?
Yeah, you got to break it down and analyze the show.
Okay,
shout out.
What?
Yeah.
What is that?
Him right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was wild.
Yeah.
They got to be able to get to the bottom of it. No pun intended.
Keep going.
No, I'm just saying, no, like, because it showed the truck number and
they know who it is.
And the license plate and all of that, and they already said that somebody is
do stuff like that. And a lot of times DPW workers get to keep their trucks.
Okay,
they go home with them.
Okay,
you'll see them parked in different places because they just start the day from the house.
I don't know if he was off at that time, but
it don't matter. You in a city truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
I used to work for City of Milwaukee as a building inspector, during the day, my car was officially like, because we drove our own cars as building inspectors then. It was a City of Milwaukee car. You know what I'm saying? So things that I do or happened in that car was City of Milwaukee type of stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
When did this happen?
Well, the original timestamp on the video of the person who put it up was August 25th. That's the timestamp.
And it just came out like, when did it come out?
Like the last few days.
That's crazy.
It's just been going viral. So, but the official, like, and again, like I say, I'm a receipt person. I'm like, okay, let me dive into this and
let me see what's going on.
What's really going on? Did this happen? Because of course it looked like it just happened, but going to the original poster of that particular video, it said August 25th on this timestamp.
That's bad.
YouTube, shout out to everybody that's on our YouTube page. You can go to it at 1017 The Truth. While you're there, make sure you like and subscribe. RN Kawanda, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. We're here too. Sister Lorena Star Marie, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Venus Jones, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Sincere Ronnie Ray Real, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Willie Grays, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Reginald Jones, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. And we thank you for your support. And remember, you can always call in and give us your thoughts and opinions at 833-212-1017. That's our Truth Talk text line, so you can make sure that you're involved. Got to say great morning to our producer, Andrew. Andrew, great morning. How you doing and feeling?
Doing great today, Homer. We're on Facebook as well.
All right.
Facebook again.
Yeah.
Y'all make sure y'all check us out on Facebook.
That's right.
Dope.
That's right. 1017 The Truth, right?
Yeah, spread the word. Tell your friends. If they don't want to get on YouTube and they don't have a YouTube account and they can't get on, who doesn't? But if they don't, everybody got Facebook.
Right.
So just go on Facebook.
Grand got Facebook.
Yeah. That's what they use it for pictures and stuff. So go on there and spread the word, Facebook.
Like, baby, I seen your post on there now. What were you talking about when you said your family? Because I don't play that kind of stuff now. Girl, you had that little, what was that you had on? You had all your stuff just hanging out. Now, that ain't ladylike. I don't play with that kind of stuff. That is just... That's nasty, baby. You running around here like you one of the little skanky girls. And I know I ain't raised you like that as your grandmama now.
Grandmamas will get on your butt about that picture, too.
Right, absolutely.
I've seen it happen to my daughters. Their grandmamas get on them, but what you had on? Why you post that? And Grandma, leave me alone.
Right.
Leave me alone.
Like, no, you ain't gonna be out there being one of them that act like you don't come from no good family now.
Absolutely.
We didn't play that now.
Grandmamas don't talk like that no more. They talk regular.
Well, because this is the mutated grandparents.
Because grandmamas been grandmamas since they was 40.
Yeah.
Back in the day, they weren't grandmamas then. They've been grandmamas since they was 35.
Yeah, absolutely.
30.
Absolutely.
And that's
and remember when I was doing that the poll when the people were talking about, who raised these people, and I say, you think about teen moms and they'd be like, yeah, see, they so young. That's why, if you were 15 when you had your first child, you know what I'm saying? When your child gets 15, you only 30.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And so that means that he or she could reproduce too.
Yeah. And now here you are, grandmama at 30-something years old. 30 years old. And a lot of people are having their first kid at 30.
Yeah.
And you a grandma.
Yep.
At 30.
Absolutely.
So even when that a lot of times when that parent is not able to provide that parental structure, and they may still be around, but we often your grandmama would step in.
That's right.
But now, even if grandmama steps in some cases, then boom, grandmama isn't even because I'm a completely different person at 49 than I was at 30.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So even though I had kids and was raising kids, I'm a completely different parent at 49 than I was at 30. It makes a difference. Anyway.
Yep, absolutely. And we also, Gabe Williams on our YouTube page, great morning, love you, appreciate you. We know what the big news and hot topic is. So we want to give, of course, to the family, of Charlie Kirk, who ended up losing his life in an assassination, clearly an assassination. So to his family, wife, kids, condolences. But we also have to remember that he was not the great person that some people
he wasn't an excellent person in life
are looking at it as.
No.
And again, I know we have people that have opposing views, and this is why we give you that opportunity to call in and give your truth at 833-212-1017. And So to some people, who Charlie Kirk was not that same person to a lot of other people.
To black
and
people.
I think we have to understand that there's a balance. So we wouldn't say, let's celebrate, let's have a party or anything like that at the loss of life, because at the end of the day, it's loss of life. But some people, I don't think, understand the harm and damage that he was, doing, and even some hatred that was being spewed.
Yeah.
So you're going to have, and I say all of that to say, understand, you're going to have some divided opinions on this. You're going to have some people who are, in a real solemn state, and you're going to have some people that are going to take opinions and their thoughts, and it's going to sound insensitive. It's going to sound all of those things. But again, we are all different. We all got a right to our opinion. But it's when situations like this happen. Ice-T had an album, Freedom of Speech, but just watch what you say. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if you remember that album cover. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? So and that's where we're at, because we're already seeing some people that have been in TV and radio.
And I saw you're talking about the Charlie Dow. His name was Charlie Dow, was the guy from MSNBC that got fired. And I saw what he said. It wasn't that bad.
Right.
MSNBC been kind of
yeah.
With they got rid of Joy Reid, and speaking of Joy Reid, this Charlie Kirk. We'll get into it, but Charlie Kirk is one of the people that said Joy Reid was a DEI hire, and that she shouldn't have been in her position. And MSNBC eventually got rid of her and fired her too. Mm-hmm. So anyway, continue on. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yep. So when we come back, we're getting ready to take our first break, but we've got some clips. And, the clips will speak for themselves. You feel what I'm saying? And also just with you talking about the Joy Reid situation, we're going to have that clip as well. So we're going to play some clips, and we definitely want to hear from you, Truth Nation, at 833-212-1017. How do you feel about this situation, and what's your truth? We got to take care of some bills, but we'll be back.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Hey, Truth fam. This is your girl, Melanie Ricks, and I want to remind you to tune into Nothing But the Truth digital show with me, Melanie Ricks, presented by Visit Milwaukee. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m., a new episode drops on the 101.7 The Truth YouTube page. And since it is on YouTube, I hold nothing back. I give you all my hot takes on celebrity gossip and give you the tea on relationships that you don't want to miss. Subscribe to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube so you never miss Nothing But the Truth digital show, dropping every Wednesday at 6 p.m., presented by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class.
Talk to these people in terms of, how do I register for this program despite my reservations and my previous experiences of rejection?
Yes, I tell anybody and everybody that you can buy a house. It may take somebody longer than the other person, depending on what your circumstances is with your credit and income and affordability, but you can purchase a house. The first step would be is to register for our program. You can come to our office, 7830 West Burleigh Street, or you can give us a call at 414-461-6330, or just go onto our website, hri-wi.org. Register for the first-time home buyer education workshop. That's going to be your first step to home ownership. During that class, you're going to learn everything that you need to know from A to Z, how to get approved for a house, how to look for a house and put an accepted offer, and how to close on a home.
Friday Night Lights now officially lives here. 101.7 The Truth is the proud home of Marquette Hilltoppers football. Tune in Friday night as the Hilltoppers travel to take on the Menominee Falls Phoenix. Join our coverage starting at 6:30 p.m., leading up to kickoff at 7 p.m. Marquette Hilltoppers football is presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. And sponsored by Left's Lucky Town, C.G. Schmidt, Capital Insurance Agency, Boyle Fredrickson, Annex Wealth Management, Magic Productions, and Berghart Sporting Goods.
Adrian was seriously injured when a careless driver merged into her lane.
Gruber was there for everything that I needed. Any questions that I had, Gruber was there. They made me feel like everything about my situation and my accident was very important to them, and that made me feel good. And I would definitely call Gruber again for that.
Serving Wisconsin for over 35 years, Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They go above and beyond for their clients.
Did you forget the first day of school is this week and little Nancy still needs her name embroidered on her backpack? Or the company shirts are due now, not next week? Maybe the boss just declared Steve's retirement party is today and the shirts are mandatory? Whatever the rush, Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more in Mequon has got you covered. With fast turnarounds, no minimums, eco-friendly printing, and high-quality custom apparel, Big Frog brings your custom ideas to life fast. Stop by Big Frog in Mequon or visit bigfrog.com/Mequon. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more, where your ideas leap to life.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
We still gonna be us.
We're black. Again, welcome to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. 833-212-1017 is our Truth Talk text line. We're now about to dive in deeper with who Charlie Kirk was. And I'm going to turn it over to you, the legendary Dame LZ, who will help to make these clips make sense.
Yeah, because a lot of times we talk about things up here and we go into subjects and people just hear us talk about it, right? And so then they call in, they get their opinions based upon what we've said, and we don't want to just let it be that. We think they should have a history. They hear that this person was shot in Utah and, in front of all of these people, and nobody thinks that's a good idea. Nobody thinks anybody should die for the things that they say, right? But then we have to know what this person was about and what this person stood for and some of the things that they said. So we're going to that so that you can make an informed decision, and you can make, when you call in, you can have an informed comment to make about who Charlie Kirk was and what Charlie Kirk stood for as it pertains to America, right? So let's give a history. In 2012, at the age of 18, Charlie Kirk started an organization called Turning Point USA. Turning Point USA was a conservative organization that went around the liberal-leaning colleges to try to debate students. At this point, right now in 2025, 12 years later, or 13 years later, they have 850 colleges that have chapters of this Turning Point conservative ideal sharing mechanism. So just think on that. 850 colleges. How many students is that conservative ideal reaching? And some of the thoughts that we will see Charlie Kirk has had is reaching to the youth, all right? He did that by, I said, debating with kids about transgender issues, climate change, faith, family values, and race. Most importantly, race. So who was Charlie Kirk? Charlie Kirk was from Chicago. He was from Prospect Heights, from a wealthy family. He had a daily talk show where the ideas that we're about to show you that he had would reach out to millions. He had followers all over the world. I've gotten people that I follow in different countries who have posted condolences for Charlie Kirk. And I'm like, I didn't even know they were tapped into things like political ideas and things like that. Because like we said, sometimes we're seeing now that a lot of these people that we follow or a lot of these people that are on Instagram or Facebook, they're saying the quiet part out loud. They're showing how they really feel. And you'll see why when you hear the exact language that Charlie Kirk spoke with, right? So the most important, and they probably won't, I don't know if we have this clip, but Charlie said this. It's worth it to have at a cost, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment saved. That's what he said. So I'm going to let y'all make decisions for yourself. I'm not going to speak on it too much.
We got the clips, right, Andrew?
Play them clips.
Joy Reid and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee and Ketanji Brown Jackson were affirmative action picks, we would have been called the racist. But now they're coming out and they're saying it for us. They're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know. You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously. Play cut 52.
But I rise today as a clear recipient of affirmative action, and particularly in higher education. I may have been admitted on affirmative action, both in terms of being a woman and a woman of color, but I can declare that I did not graduate on affirmative action. This is my personal story.
I hear because of action affirmative. She can't even say that. We know. It's very obvious to us that you were not smart enough to be able to get in on your own. I couldn't make it on my own, so I needed to take opportunities from someone more deserving. You know, this is how arrogant Joy Reid and Ketanji Brown Jackson and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee are. They're so narcissistic, they think this is persuasive. They think we're like, oh, of course, that's why we need affirmative action, because you have impressed us with your brilliance. Of course. Oh no, imagine the world without Joy Reid. Imagine the world without Sheila Jackson Lee or Michelle Obama or Ketanji Brown Jackson. They think this is persuasive. They think as they kind of now reveal that I'm only here because of anti-white, anti-Asian forced discrimination policies. That turned me into a bitter...
And yeah, we have another clip too of the Orange Man, and we're going to also play that clip. And by the time that clip finishes, it will be going to break. But we want you, Truth Nation, to give us your thoughts, comments, and opinions at 833-212-1017. But again, just laying the foundation. But here's what the Orange Man has.
Hold on, Andrew. Before you go to that clip, and we didn't get to the part where he said black women do not have a brain processing power to be taken seriously. You have to go steal a white person's slot.
He said that. That was in the clip.
That was in the clip?
That was in the clip.
Oh, I didn't hear it. I was reading something else.
Yeah, that was absolutely,
Black women do not have the brain processing power to be taken seriously. You have to go steal a white person. That's what he said.
Yep. We got a 4-minute clip with the Orange Man. So we're going to play that. And like I say, then we'll be going right to our break. And then we'll come back. We'll dive into the discussion and get your thoughts, comments, and opinions.
To my great fellow Americans, I am filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah. Charlie inspired millions, and tonight, all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the cause of open debate and the country that he loved so much, the United States of America. He fought for liberty, democracy, justice, and the American people. He's a martyr for truth and freedom, and there's never been anyone who was so respected by youth. Charlie was also a man of deep, deep faith, and we take comfort in the knowledge that he is now at peace with God in heaven. Our prayers are with his wife, Erica, the 2 young, beloved children, and his entire family, who he loved more than anything in the world. We ask God to watch over them in this terrible hour of heartache and pain. This is a dark moment for America. Charlie Kirk traveled the nation, joyfully engaging with everyone interested in good faith debate. His mission was to bring young people into the political process, which he did better than anybody ever, to share his love of country and to spread the simple words of common sense. On campuses nationwide, he championed his ideas with courage, logic, humor, and grace. It's long past time for all Americans and the media to confront the fact that violence and murder are the tragic consequence of demonizing those with whom you disagree day after day, year after year, in the most hateful and despicable way possible. For years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals. This kind of rhetoric is directly responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country today, and it must stop right now. My administration will find each and every one of those who contributed to this atrocity and to other political violence, including the organizations that fund it and support it, as well as those who go after our judges, law enforcement officials, and everyone else who brings order to our country. From the attack on my life in Butler, Pennsylvania last year, which killed a husband and father, to the attacks on ICE agents, to the vicious murder of a healthcare executive in the streets of New York, to the shooting of House Majority Leader Steve Scalise and 3 others, radical left political violence has hurt too many innocent people and taken too many lives. Tonight, I ask all Americans to commit themselves to the American values for which Charlie Kirk lived and died, the values of free speech, citizenship, the rule of law, and the patriotic devotion and love of God. Charlie was the best of America, and the monster who attacked him was attacking our whole country. An assassin tried to silence him with a bullet, but he failed, because together we will ensure that his voice, his message, and his legacy will live on for countless generations to come. Today, because of this heinous act, Charlie's voice has become bigger and grander than ever before, and it's not even...
We got to take care of some bills. We'll be back to have this discussion on the Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 The Truth inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. We'll be black.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Looking to save on gently used kids' clothing, toys, books, and baby gear? Just Between Friends, Milwaukee County is helping families say yes. From September 18th to the 21st at Wisconsin State Fair Expo Center, shop thousands of items in one place. September 18th is pre-sale day. Paid tickets online, get first pick, plus free tickets for first-time parents, grandparents, veterans, first responders, teachers, and daycare directors. Consign your gently used items, earn 60%, and shop early with a friend. For more information, go to Milwaukee County, JBFsale.com. Families helping families.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Tory Lowe with his truth.
It's official. July 5th is Tory Lowe Day in the city of Milwaukee and Milwaukee County. I am humbled to receive this proclamation from the mayor's office and the county executive's office. To me, this day represents life and purpose and being driven by passion to serve and empower others. It's about being unselfish and answering the call to help those in need and living life with intention. Despite challenges and obstacles, I remain focused on creating real change in my community, county, and state. This recognition isn't about me. It's about the collective efforts of those who supported me along the way. It's about the resilience and determination that defines my journey. As we celebrate this day, I want to leave you with a challenge. What will you do to create positive change in your community? Will you get out and volunteer, mentor, or simply be a support to a friend? Whatever it is, I urge you to take action. Together we can build a brighter future, one that's filled with hope, opportunity, and empowerment. I am honored to serve and I'm grateful for this recognition. Let's continue to uplift and support one another, striving for a better tomorrow. So what does Tory Lowe Day mean to me? Let's make a difference together. Let's stay committed to our purpose and keep pushing forward even in the face of adversity. I'm excited to see the impact we can make, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to serve alongside such an amazing community. Now, my question is, what does Tory Lowe Day mean to you?
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Tory Lowe Show weekdays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Southbound 41 backing up from before Appleton Avenue all the way down past Capitol Drive. Northbound slowing from just before Mayfair Road up to Burleigh. Southbound 43 now just starting to slow down a bit from before Good Hope Road down to Bender Road. Westbound 94, you got backups from 17th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. The eastbound side has got some backups from 92nd Street through to about 35th. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, morning fog, mostly sunny skies after that. A high of 72 at the lake, 77 inland. Tonight, patchy fog, partly cloudy skies, otherwise a low of 59. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 1017 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
We're black. Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Truth Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017, 833-212-1017. We definitely want to hear your thoughts, and without us just reciting as the legendary Dame Elsie was doing and quoting some of the things, you got to actually hear them yourself. So what are your thoughts about this? And shout out to everybody that is on our YouTube page, 1017 The Truth. You can watch us live. You can also watch us on Facebook Live at 1017 The Truth. But RC Creation Muse, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. That's crazy. Great morning. Love you, appreciate you. Alfonso Fair. Great morning. Love you, appreciate you. Dr. Clarissa Lawrence. Great morning. Love you, appreciate you. SIP45. Great morning. Love you, appreciate you. DVJ. Great morning. Love you, appreciate you. Aunt Moore. Great afternoon. Great morning. Love you, appreciate you. ATV Bob. Great morning. Love you, appreciate you. Mr. Me. Great morning. Love you, appreciate you. Dead Girl 2820. I hope you're not. But great morning. Love you, appreciate you. And not really a city girl. Great morning. Love you, appreciate you. And Anita Nicole. Great morning. Love you, appreciate you. So, Dane.
Yeah.
We do have a caller coming in, but it's going to be interesting to see how people feel because, again, there's a divide, and we want to end up, letting people express themselves because you heard some of the things, and there's so many more that could have been played. We could have used half the show playing
Charlie Kirk clips.
Mm-hmm.
Just know that. If you don't know who Charlie Kirk is, go Google him.
Mm-hmm.
Go look it up. We're not going to spend all our time playing all of his clips. We played enough.
Yep.
But you're going to see.
We're going to go to the Truth Talk text lines. And again, y'all can start lining these calls up at 833-212-1017. Majoya, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. You're hearing what we're talking about. You've had a chance to hear the clips. What's your truth?
Well, I know about that, but Google won't give you the fullness of what that guy was all about. So I'm going to give the famous quote that they always do, thoughts and prayers to him and his family. But that still doesn't take our attention away from the Epstein files. Something like this can push that back, and that's all we'll do will be talking about Kirk. It's unfortunate that happened, but this is America. We're not talking about gun control or anything like that. We just want to lift him to the highest of, to the mountaintop and scream the name. I'll be surprised if they won't talk about putting his face on Mount Rushmore. But anyways,
I hope
I digress, but we still want to keep our focus on the Epstein files. Live righteous, Milwaukee.
All right. Thank you very much for your call. Again, 833-212-1017. You want to give us your truth. What's your thoughts on this situation? But, this is... He's absolutely right. Like, there's always some things that try to distract. From
they always trying to distract you. And let's look. Trump immediately jumped on air, and had a response for this within 7 hours. You know, so they understood the gravity of this and how he could use this to change the course of what he was going under with the Epstein files. But let's be clear. If Charlie Kirk is a wonderful American, then what are we? Are we despicable Americans because we are not spewing racism? We are not misogynistic? What does that make us? And if his values are, as the president has stated, are American values, what else do you need to hear as a MAGA supporter to know? If you are on the fence, what else do you need to know? What other evidence do you need? You have Epstein, who was a pedophile reportedly as a friend of Trump. You have this guy who said racist and misogynistic stuff in the inner circle of Trump. I think the inner circle of Trump is becoming more and more clear. So as they try to use this to distract us from that information, all it does is make everything more clear. It makes Trump more clear. It makes those who follow Trump more clear. It makes those in our friend circle who have kind of hidden who they were, it clears them out too. You see stuff now. And hopefully y'all can open your eyes and see stuff as the way it needs to be seen and stop making excuses for how some of these people act.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's one of those situations. Again, Craig XL, great morning, love you, appreciate you. Will D, great morning, love you, appreciate you. Will D said, good morning. He never said anything about the House representatives from Minnesota who were shot. He's not trying to bring people together. He's dividing the nation. If you see that, you're the if you see that or can't see that, you're the problem.
That's exactly what I'm saying. And shout out to Will D. That's exactly what I'm saying. If you can't see now the motives and the motivations and the energy behind what Trump and his people are doing, what the right or any of those extreme parts of American society are doing, then you just don't want to see it at this point. Because he mentioned everybody that was even harmed in any way on the right? But you had these Minnesota elected officials who were killed.
Yep.
And that is pure political violence, right? There is no other. They are politicians and they were killed. Political violence. What are we saying here? Why didn't he mention them?
Yeah. DBJ said he also called George Floyd a scumbag.
Oh, I didn't even get to that yet, but yeah.
Yeah, and ATV Bob said, I don't agree with everything said on this show or shows, but I'm not going to shoot you because some agree or maybe don't agree. And he also said, people are entitled to their opinions. If you don't like it, don't listen, but no one really cares about your feelings outside your own house, and most of them don't care in your house. The lowered flags at half-mast. The Yankees had a moment of silence for him, but nothing about the Colorado school shooting. That was Aunt Moore that made that comment.
Yeah.
Gabe Williams said, I seen his videos, and I seen them college kids ripped him every time, especially when he was here in Milwaukee and Madison.
Yeah, I saw that the Yankees. And y'all up on it. I love the classroom. I love my people on the YouTube chat because it's all stuff I was going to talk about, but I don't got to talk about it. Yeah, y'all talking about it, and y'all are bringing it to light, and I love that y'all are educated and y'all have done your research and y'all see the same things we see. And the Yankees had a whole moment of silence.
Yep,
for Charlie Kirk.
Dead Girl 2820 said he spewed hate and racism and misogyny his whole life. He thought empathy was woke. My only condolences and sympathy are for his children. I will not celebrate his death, and no one deserves to be. Said, unalive, however, I am at peace with a man with this much hatred, not spreading it to the world any longer.
If you're a black person, or you are a woman or you're transgender or you're of any of those communities, those outlining communities outside of a white man, pretty much, you hear Charlie Kirk and you should be offended. You should be, there's no way you can be in support of the things that he said. And even the Yankees, by doing that, is like, forget everybody else. I'm the owner of the Yankees. I don't know if it's Steinbrenner no more. It'd be somebody else. It's still Steinbrenner. So Steinbrenner probably made the decision, we're going to put this up. Despite anybody in his organization that may be outside of those, that mainline fit for Charlie Kirk, who follows Charlie Kirk. Besides anybody else, he put that up. Come on, man.
JB on the YouTube page, great morning, love you, appreciate you. Said my flag is still raised all the way to the top of the crib. Lori Patterson, great morning, love you, appreciate you. Again, the Truth Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017. Yeah, but again, it kind of goes back to what we were talking about on yesterday's show, where like the blind faith, the blind loyalty, you know, it's okay. So it's like, it's cool if someone in that realm does it, but if we do it, it's highlighted like, did you hear what they said? And, you know, they got this one little quote or the one little piece of a speech, but it's like, if you're using this on a world tour, right, so to speak, you feel what I'm saying, going around the country, it's okay. And
yeah, how the president called this man, the president called him whatever he called him, gave him all of these all of these great adjectives for who he was, right? But when George Floyd passed, he was a scumbag. And political violence of any type where somebody's life is being lost shouldn't be, you know, dishonored like that.
Right.
But George Floyd was a scumbag. But now that Charlie Kirk has passed, now it's you shouldn't talk bad about the dead and you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. Do y'all see this?
Right.
That's what it boils down to.
It's got to be across the board.
Do y'all see this?
Craig XL said, why is it when hateful people pass away, they are adorned, celebrated, and even made into a martyr? But when good people pass away, you're often overlooked.
Yeah, they put it. They put flags at half mast. This is the same. Now that's militaristic. That's all of that stuff that the flag represents, right? They're putting it at half mast, and they are saying that your president is saying that everything that Charlie Kirk stood for is what he stands for and what this country stands for. That's what they're telling the world. So when the world goes out and they looks up, well, let me see who this Charlie Kirk person was, that the flags are at half mast all over America from the president. Let me go see who he was. And then when they hear the same stuff that we just heard, what do you think they're going to think about America and how America has become?
We got to get ready to take care of some bills. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. I am the legendary Home Blow. He is the legendary
Dame Elsie.
And we got to get ready to take care of some bills, but we'll be black. And the truth.
You're listening.
Go ahead. Truth Talk tech lines are open. 833-212-1017.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. To learn more about how you can take your first steps in buying your forever home, visit associatedbank.com/lending. That's associatedbank.com/lending. Or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's 101.7 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. When a customer chooses Pella, one of the most important things to them is honoring that trust and commitment. A lot of customers might have apprehensions about inviting someone out to their home. But when you see the experience and professionalism, you can trust them with bringing your project to life. Their vision is to be the company that people want to do business with. Watching them work from idea to installation gives you the ability to see firsthand the care taken to ensure the Pella experience is complete. When you want long-lasting comfort and reliability, it's easy to trust Pella. Every piece is specifically constructed for you and your home. All always designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance. The Pella team takes pride in constructing quality windows and doors with meticulous attention to every detail. Order by the end of the month and get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Server restrictions apply. It's 9/30/2025.
At Gruber Law Offices, we've helped tens of thousands of families after a serious accident. Our priority has always been our clients. We're here for you whenever you may need us. One call, that's all.
Make your home safer. Get rid of unused household chemicals at MMSD Home Hazmat Drop-Off. It's free to visit a collection center. Get all the info you need at MMSD.com. Milwaukee County residents only, no businesses.
This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Milwaukee, get ready for the Ultimate Flavor and Music Fest. Tacos and Tequila Fest is going down Saturday, September 13th at Franklin Field. Enjoy your favorite throwback hits with performances by Little John, Pretty Ricky, B.O.B., Trina, and more. This event is strictly 21 and up, so leave the kiddos at home and get ready to vibe out. There will be live music, DJs, food trucks, tequila tastings, and all the vibes you can handle, all in one epic day. Tickets are going fast. Get yours now at tacotequilafest.com/market/Milwaukee. We're black. Again, welcome to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. We are your cousin subs of the day. I am a club sub, the legendary Home Blow, and he's the legendary
Dame Elsie. I'm a jalapeno. I'm already knowing already. Today is Jalapeno Day.
Sponsored by Cousin Subs inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown Milwaukee at the Avenue. Truth Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017. You know, we could say a lot, but we love to hear from you and get your thoughts. And that's why I'm appreciating everybody on our YouTube page. And we'll eventually be able to get to our Facebook page and try to see if we can read any comments that may be coming there so we can keep up with everybody. But again, give us a call, 833-212-1017. You know, the hot topic everywhere is, of course, the assassination of Charlie Kirk. And again, to his wife and to his children, you know, condolences. But yeah, we just need to hear your thoughts. Miss Sean, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. 40-year-old by Mormon Virgin. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Dante and Mercedes Cross. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. And let's see. Curly Q said, he is an average everyday Joe. Why is he putting flags at half-mast? It's insane.
He didn't even serve in the Army.
And Dante and Mercedes Cross said, and he never served. Speculation and prejudice. Miss Sean said the comment that he made at the very second of his death was even racist. Instead of responding to the topic, he referred to gang violence with racial overtones.
Let's pause there for a second, and I mean that in a little.
I got you.
The comment he was asked about transgenders and transgenders, you know, assassinating people and being part of the mass shootings, and somebody said, well, how many of them have done it? He said too many, and they said no, it's actually 5. And he said, well, how many have done X, Y, and Z? And then this happened. And like we said in the beginning of the show, nobody should be shot or nobody should be killed for what they believe. This is America. We have freedom of speech, and for in this instance, it has crossed the other side, and they are seeing what we often have to deal with when we speak our minds and how we are treated. Mm-hmm. But he still shouldn't have to. He still shouldn't have to die. After that, though, when you look at the history of this person, you'll see, and hopefully you can see for yourself. And one of the callers said, let's not distract it from Trump. Let's bring it back to Trump. I'm bringing everything back to Trump because Charlie Kirk was just a symptom of what Trump has allowed to take hold of our country.
Absolutely.
And even though Charlie Kirk may have been engine driving the forces that put Trump in office. Trump is at the head of this, and Trump is the one that we should, focus on. Even though 2012, Charlie Kirk, like we said, started this organization, and in his organization, he believed in the Great Replacement theory, and the Great Replacement theory is that white men are being replaced by minorities, and that white men are the only ones who can get this country back to wherever it was. Where was this country? That's a whole nother subject for a whole nother day. But what we have to realize is Trump had this person in his inner circle. Trump had this person in his White office. Trump had this person in his ear as he ran for office and helped formulate the ideas and help formulate what we are now dealing with. We have had 350,000 some odd black women lose their jobs between January and July of this year, whereas 380,000 white men got jobs. So where's this Great Replacement theory taking place? That's all I'm saying. Let's go to the line. I'm sure we got callers online.
Yeah, going to, and of course, the Great Replacement, the truth behind the theory is up on the YouTube page and our Facebook page if you are watching us live. Curly Q said, Kirk is a symptom of what the orange man has allowed to fester in this country, beginning with that dang Tea Party. Shaking my head.
Yeah.
ATV Bob said, truth be told, I'd be more worried about gang violence opposed to guns in general. My guns haven't left the shelf in 9 years. They don't bother anyone. Again, True Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017. We definitely want to get you involved in the conversation. So call in and give us your truth. What's your thoughts on this situation? And yeah, like, it's tragic. I mean, no one should have to be subjected to that, even if you don't agree with their views or their viewpoints. But it brings about the divide that is here in the country. And I think that what Curly Q said is really, really important for people to understand, that it's a symptom. You get what I'm saying? It's like the covers are off, the sheets are off.
Yeah.
You don't have to hide anymore.
Andrew, you said you got the clip for what he said about gun violence. Yeah, let's see what he says.
So we're gonna get that clip. And again,
and we must also be real. We must be honest with the population. Having an armed citizenry comes with a price, and that is part of liberty. Driving comes with a price. 50,000 people die on the road every year. That's a price. You get rid of driving, you'd have 50,000 less auto fatalities. But we have decided that the benefit of driving, speed, accessibility, mobility, having products, services, is worth the cost of 50,000 people dying on the road. Wow. So we need to be very clear that you're not going to get gun deaths to zero. It will not happen. Right. You can significantly reduce them through having more fathers in the home, yes, by having more armed guards in front of schools. Yes. Yes. We should have an honest and clear reductionist view of gun violence, but we should not have a utopian one. You will never live in a society when you have an armed citizenry and you won't have a single gun death. That is nonsense. It's drivel. But I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent deal.
Let that sit.
Yeah.
That's what he said. We don't even got to say nothing. That's what, he's speaking it for himself. And if you can't see what's going on, he's speaking it for himself. He's from his own mouth. And that's, and you know, that's a terrible, like we said, someone losing their life over what they say. And we don't know that. We assume that's what happened, is not good on either side.
And there's a lot of other political pundits, in my opinion, that are speaking out saying we're at war. What, in your opinion, what does that translate to? I mean,
I don't. Go ahead.
They're literally saying that we're at war. So, you know what I'm saying? We're at war with Charlie Kirk's assassination. Their message is we're at war.
Well, depending upon what side they're on.
With who?
And a lot of times we have to understand the power of words. We have to understand the power that words bring. Words, like they say you spell. I'm not going to get on no, but it's spelling. You're putting a spell. The power of words. You know what I mean? What we've had. Tupac, we've had Biggie, we've had all of the, just from us. I'm not making it on a trivial level, the music entertainment level, but it's just so we can understand. We've had people that have spoken about death and brought that into their life. You're talking about, now you're speaking about war. We can't handle war right now. You know what I'm saying? As a people, we're not in a place to be able to handle an all-out war. Now, if you're talking about a war of ideals, a war of ideology, you still have to be careful in how you speak about that because that riles people up. That gets people going, right? And even when Trump was doing the January 6th, right? Let's go back to that. The insurrection. He riled up that crowd. He got them going to the point where people lost their lives at the Capitol building. But this is the same person that now wants to put the flag halfway down the pole because of Charlie Kirk's death. But where was it then?
Absolutely.
When these people lost their lives, when those protecting the Capitol building got injured and had to do things and now are dealing with the trauma of all of that. That was because of his words. So if we don't understand the power of words, you're listening to Charlie Kirk talk his words, the power of these words.
Miss Sean,
so much I want to say.
On our YouTube page said, well, he spoke it into existence. He didn't mean him being the casualty.
Oh, no.
This country is imploding. Gabe Williams said, there is no problem with choosing who you want to lead, but it is common sense, especially if you want to sell your own soul to the devil. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth, located inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. We're going to take care of some bills. We'll be black. Truth text lines are open. 833-212-1017. We'll be black.
Catholic Memorial Football.
To DeVon Williams Jr., and he's into the end zone.
The Crusaders host West Dallas Central this Thursday.
Deep pass from Dalton Stanky, and it's complete to Dustin Rhodes.
Crusaders football is brought to you by R&R Insurance, D&M Accounting and Consulting Services, Curative Care, Home Sealed Exteriors, and Tony Wendorf and Associates. Tune in Thursday at 4 on our sister station 101.7 The Truth with kickoff at 4:30 and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments. Behind the Bucks is Bucks history, like you've never heard it before. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Tired of hearing no from other banks? No to a loan? No to a checking account? Just no? At Brewery Credit Union, we find ways to say yes. Yes to second chances. Yes to rebuilding credit. Yes to helping you save, borrow, and thrive. Work with our credit specialists and move your financial life forward. Brewery Credit Union, Milwaukee's best place to borrow and save. Visit brewerycu.com. That is brewerycu.com. Federally insured by NCUA.
Using gas to heat our homes can be dangerous, but we have the technology to transition to clean electric alternatives. My name is Matt Vespa. I'm a senior attorney at Earth Justice, and I'm going to court to fight for clean energy. Until safe, affordable clean energy is an option in every home, I will never rest.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org.
How is it possible for somebody to be found guilty of something and serve no
jail time. How is it possible that someone can get a first offense misdemeanor when it comes to marijuana here in the state of Wisconsin and can face up to 6 months in jail, but 2 men who are convicted of murder get probation? This is not what justice is about. Why does this keep happening, Truth Nation? And why does it always seem like black people die and we don't get the justice that we deserve? How should we react to this? If you commit a crime, you must do the time. If you take somebody's life, you have to pay the cost. I don't care that it was an accident, because it does not make sense to me how someone can be murdered and somehow they get no time. Even if you accidentally kill somebody, you are still a murderer, especially when you plead guilty to felony murder. Marijuana will get you more time in jail than killing somebody, especially when it comes to a black man here in America, unfortunately.
Catch Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace every weekday from noon to 1 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app. Listen to the man who tells you exactly how he sees it. The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
We're black. And welcome to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. I'm the legendary Home Blow, along with the legendary
Dame Elsie in the house, or in the place to be today.
We're talking about the Charlie Kirk. I mean, you can't get away from it. No. I mean, the conversation is there. The people who are mourning is there. I mean, but it just continues to show the divide. And I'm sure with us and some of the other shows that will be on today, you're going to probably hear a different narrative than you'll hear on some of the other news media outlets and stations.
Because it's the truth.
There you go. You feel what I'm saying? That's exactly where
the truth. And before we go into the next clip,
that's what I
want to make a comment about Charlie Kirk's statement about gun violence and it being a necessary part of it. And I'm on my mother and I and my sister, we have a chat and we always talk in politics. That's what we do. And she's always watching MSNBC. So regarding my sister's a lawyer and she was up here talking about the 14th Amendment, just to give you background on my family. And my sister, when this came up and that quote came up, she said, other people's babies were always a valid collateral for death to protect gun rights. So basically what my sister's saying, and I agree, is that it's okay when it's black and brown people that are the collateral death for gun rights, for them to have, for the NRA to be able to say, not from my cold dead hands, for them to be able to do the things they're doing. It's okay when it's black and brown bodies. But when it's their loved ones and he's somebody's loved ones, it's not okay, right? It's okay. He was the one saying it's okay. We're going to have gun deaths. We're going to have people dying. But it's okay when it's us. That's all I'm saying. Y'all got to see past what they're saying and see behind it and see what it all means and how it all connects back to what we as a people need to do.
Mm-hmm. It's cool when they do it, but when I do it,
absolutely
problem.
It's a problem.
And that that has been the story of the decades, of the centuries, actually.
Yeah.
You can't even just say decades. You got to talk about the century.
Yeah, say since slavery, since Reconstruction, since the end of slavery, into Reconstruction,
absolutely.
Into Jim Crow, into civil rights, into where we stand now.
Yep.
That has been the way.
Pat. We have Pat, 833-212-1017. Pat, great morning. I love you. I appreciate you. You're hearing the conversation. What's your truth?
Good morning, gentlemen. I wanted to say that it's really a sad day in America when you can't have a difference of opinion without being murdered. I felt the same way that I felt watching a white police officer put his knee on George Floyd's neck. I felt horrified and disgusted watching that. I felt horrified and disgusted seeing that man get shot through his neck and murdered. And I just wonder, like, what is America coming to when we as a nation can sit back and watch these things and then make it seem like it's justified because George Floyd had some fentanyl in his system or whatever the case may be, or this man had some difference of opinion from most of us. He said some horrible things that I don't agree with, but I have had difference of opinion from the masses, and I just thank God that nobody decided that because I think differently to take my life. And then because I thought differently, nobody decided to get on the radio and say that I deserved it. You know, so basically I called it on myself, or that type of thing is just sickening to me, where we are in America on both ends. And that is one reason why I decided that I was not going to vote for anybody, because I think both parties are disgusting. I think America is a cesspool, and it's been that way for a long time. And it's a sick day in America for me, my opinion. Thank you.
Thank you for your call, Pat. The Truth Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017. Tally, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. You hear the conversation. What's your truth?
Good morning, brothers. How y'all doing? I'm going to say this. First of all, I have no sympathy for what happened to that man. It's Bible. You reap what you sow. What you put out in this world, you will definitely get it back. I don't know why people don't understand this by now, but God don't play like that. The next thing is, I'm sick of, this is why black people don't get respected in this country. I have seen more black people give a damn about this man that got shot yesterday than they gave a damn about George Floyd or anybody else black that got killed out here in these streets. This man talked bad about George Floyd. He rallied for Derek Chauvin. Not only that, but this man was literally talking about like guns and everything else, and you literally died by the very thing that you were supporting. I don't know how anybody doesn't feel any kind of way other than chickens coming home to roost. I land my plane.
All right. Thank you for your call. Again, True Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017. On the text page, we have Joseph Jordan Banks. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Says some gun deaths are worth it for the preservation of Second Amendment rights. Charlie, I'm just saying he lived what he believed. Brother Brad, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Said, good morning, Homer Blow and Damian Elsie. Will people say that he died doing what he loved to do? Marcus Shaw, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you on the text line. Said, she's right. Both sides are sick. Again, we are, this is your turn to give your truth. Again, remember, it's not about whether we agree or disagree with you. You got a right to speak your side and your opinion and your thoughts, but also have to be respectful when we end up giving our opinions and our thoughts as well. That's how you converse. That's how you have dialogue. You get what I'm saying? So let's go black to the Truth Talk text lines. We've got Al from Sherman Park. Al from Sherman Park, great morning. I love you. I appreciate you. You're hearing the discussion. What's your truth?
Hey, good morning, gentlemen.
Great morning.
I was trying to think what I thought about Charlie Kirk because I wasn't really I wasn't in his age group to really watch a lot of his stuff. But some of the stuff I did enjoy that he did was the Cambridge University debates in England, the Jubilee. Do you ever watch Jubilee debates on YouTube?
No.
Where they have like one conservative versus 20 liberals or something like that. he did those kind of things. And then his debates on the Young Turks. Do you ever watch the Young Turks with Cenk Uygur?
I've seen them, but I don't watch them like that. You understand? But I know that they are there.
Yeah, so I think he comes from the school of, why can't we talk about that, or why can't we say that, or why can't we ask that? And I think that's an important feature to have in a free speech society. And I think that this is always my point of view. Whether we like it or not, I think it's good to hear both sides, because somewhere in the middle is the truth. Some people hate when I say that because they just go, the truth is the truth. Well, depends on what perspective you're coming at the truth at. So I think that voices on college campuses, that should be the place where you explore all ideas. I don't think at that age you're old enough, you're an adult to think for yourself and to respond for yourself. So I don't think that any voice should be silenced. And Charlie Kirk's thing was, as long as we're talking, we're not doing violence. Well, I don't know if that's necessarily true in American society, but
right. But thank you, Al, from Sherman Park, for your thoughts and your comments on that. But when you're speaking about these college campuses, we have an orange man that is the leader of the free world that are talking about trans are not welcome. We got him talking about all of the things. Black student unions aren't welcome.
They don't even have them no more.
Right. You feel what I'm saying? So
you're talking about freedom of speech on college campuses, and you mentioned that.
Yeah.
I jump in.
We're gonna try to get. We got a couple of more people on the lines, and I know more are coming. So we're gonna try to take what we can before we have to take our break. Al, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. It's 8:00 now though, Dame. So ain't no telling.
18. Come on, Al.
Hey, Al.
Well,
let's talk. What's your truth?
Give us that truth, Al.
Let's keep it 100. There is no heaven or no hell for Charlie Kirk, the KK man in a button down. This is in-house. Even if it was a transgender in the school shooting, they're still white. Okay? The MAGAs going in there raping kids, they're white, okay? He always takes jabs at blacks, but he don't talk about his own, and I don't care what George Floyd had sitting all in his system. Your God speaks about love thy neighbor 2239. I wish y'all Christians and all y'all people who didn't vote would call in and speak that. What about your God? Was it John 4:20? He who say he loves God but hate his brother is a liar. But it's mighty funny. You don't hear none of that coming from that rhetoric. Okay? We have a lot of liars, hypocrite, backslider, no good cockroach bed bugs. Y'all don't talk about them going over there, climbing all over the White House like a bunch of roaches. They should have let a can of Ray go. But now everybody want to play victim. And so when they come to Charlie Kirk, hey, you spread hate, but that comes from your upbringing. But I don't hear none of nobody calling in about that. And half of these people calling in talking about my heart goes out to Charlie Kirk. He don't even like you because you're Negro and you eat catfish and spaghetti and probably coleslaw with Duke mayonnaise. So come on with it. Let's keep it 100 this morning. Come on, you got too much sugar in the tank, and you don't even put premium gas in your Buick Park Avenue. Come on with it. Have a good day.
Thank you. We got to go write some bills, but what a way to go to a break, man. You're listening to The Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. I'm the legendary Homer Blow. He's the legendary
Dame Elsie.
We'll be black, and the True Talk text lines. Crystal, we see you. We'll be black to talk to you in just a moment.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Hey, Truth fam. This is your girl, Melanie Ricks, and I want to remind you to tune into Nothing But the Truth digital show with me, Melanie Ricks, presented by Visit Milwaukee. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m., a new episode drops on the 101.7 The Truth YouTube page. And since it is on YouTube, I hold nothing back. I give you all my hot takes on celebrity gossip and give you the tea on relationships that you don't want to miss. Subscribe to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube so you never miss Nothing But the Truth digital show, dropping every Wednesday at 6 p.m., presented by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and Steinhoffels is doing something really great with Special Spaces Wisconsin. All you have to do is stop by Steinhoffels this month and test rest any mattress. When you do, you'll get a $20 restaurant gift card, so dinner's on them, and Steinhoffels will donate $20 to Special Spaces Wisconsin. They're an amazing charity that creates dream bedrooms for kids with cancer. So head to Steinhoffels this September, take a test rest, enjoy a night out, and help make a child's dream bedroom come true.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
The Truth is the proud home of Marquette University High School Championship football. We have a great matchup for you Friday night as the Marquette Hill High Toppers take on their conference rival, the Menominee Falls Phoenix. Kickoff is set for 7 p.m. Friday night football on The Truth is presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. We're black. Welcome to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Crystal, we see you. Security Mike, we see you. We'll come to you. But Dame, you wanted to address the owls.
That was wild that we had both owls.
Yeah,
and you had compare and contrast. You had a mirroring effect of exact opposites of what those owls stand for. That's why we gotta say Sherman Park owl and regular owl.
Mm-hmm.
And to respond to the owls, the first owl got his response from the second owl. And let's put it in layman terms. What the second owl was saying is, if you are black, a woman of the LGBT community, and you're overly saddened by the untimely demise of Charlie Kirk, you might need some help. Because he didn't care about you. Not in the least bit. And I'm not saying we at war, because that war is such a strong language. But we are in a conflict of ideals. We are in a place where if you don't put your flag in the ground and say what you stand for, they're gonna run over you. And you can't be wishy-washy. You have to stand up for yourself, and you have to stand up for those around you that you love, because they are being attacked. And people like Charlie Kirk attack them every day. Charlie Kirk attacked people that look like me, people that look like y'all that's listening, every single day. He was on his TV show every day to millions of people attacking you. Now, did he deserve to die? Nah, because I don't deserve to die for the things that I say. You don't deserve to die for the things that you say. But did he spew that violence? He sure did. He attacked, and that's violent. Words can be violent. So understand, first Al, I don't see how you enjoyed watching Charlie Kirk. I don't see how you did that. I was trying to watch some of the stuff last night. I couldn't even watch it. And it didn't sit right with my soul. And so you got your response from Al. And to clarify in layman's terms, if you black, how do you enjoy that? Everything's becoming more clear. Sometimes things like this clear up stuff for us. And I think that's happening right now.
DE on the YouTube page, great morning, love you, appreciate you. And of course, Chrisanne Robertson, great morning, love you, appreciate you. We're going to go to Crystal. Crystal, thank you so much for being patient with us. I love you, I appreciate you. You're hearing the conversation. What's your truth?
Well, my truth is I condemn violence, period. I feel like nobody should have to lose their parent to any type of situation. But at the same time, I feel like that it's a lot of racial tension going on because we have this man that's in the White House that is spewing over just hate and things of that nature. And it's like, people are tired of it, and they're not just going to sit back and let stuff like this happen. And that's why we have all this uproar of violence going on, and it's like, praying is the best way to do what you need to do. But at the same time, it's just like, at some point it just needs to stop. The president, he needs to stop doing what he's doing, and, all this hate just needs to stop, period.
All right. Thank you very much for your truth. We're going to Security Mike. Security Mike, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. You hear the conversation. What's your truth?
Yeah, good morning, from Blow and Dang.
Good morning, bro. Good morning.
I want to ask this question. Have they gotten a sniper yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, so if it turns out that he's a Republican Trump supporter, are we still going to be at war?
That's all I'm saying. Right.
Okay, are we still going to be at war? They saying we're at war. Okay, so if it come out that he's Republican and a Trump supporter, and I'm 100% he is, are we still at war? And wow, all I got to say is wow. Al, man, that dude is amazing. It was amazing on how he clapped back at that Sherman sellout Al. The way he clapped back was 100%. Keep up the good work.
All right, thank you very much.
Hey, listen, though. Charlie Kirk, a couple weeks ago, called for the Epstein files. Mm-hmm. He called for them to be released. So he had a bit of a break from the MAGA Trump administration in that he was calling for these files to be released. And the pressure would have been put on him by those to call for the files to be released. So let's not let that be lost on all of us.
All right, going to the Truth Talk text page here. Again, thank you for following us. And again, on YouTube and Facebook, you can watch us live while you're there. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe as we continue to work our way to 5,000 subscribers on our YouTube page.
Getting there. Not on Facebook, though.
Right. Courtney on Talk Text page said, nothing like a bunch of MAGA jumping on it. We're at war now bandwagon when we don't even know who killed him or why, and we may never know. And that's okay. He made his bed, which it kind of went with the call that we just had. Also, Daphne McMurtry, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Said, morning. No tears for this clown. Kirk was a stomp down racist. Why is national media acting like this guy was some kind of hero? Just because he died doesn't change the vitriol. He is screwed. He was not a good person as it related to persons of color. That's just a fact. Marcus Shaw said, we got to keep it real. Yes, Republicans are racist, but Democrats aren't. Or are we going to keep living in la-la land?
But both sides are racist. We know that. Both sides are. I've said this before. One is playing offense, one is playing defense.
Yep.
We understand that. So their war, this is a war of ideologies between them, and they're using us as pawns in this war. The race baiting and all of that stuff, they're using us in that. And as we talk about war, I believe Andrew has a clip where the guy, we're talking about it being war.
Trump gets hit in the ear. Charlie gets shot dead. They came after Kavanaugh with a rifle to his neighborhood. They went after Musk's cars. They just shot 2 Jews outside the embassy. Think about it. Scalise got shot, barely survived. It's happening. You got trans shooters. You got riots in LA. They are at war with us. Whether we want to accept it or not, they are at war with us. And what are we going to do about it? How much political violence are we going to tolerate? And that's the question we're just going to have to ask ourselves. Now, Charlie would want us to put as much pressure on these people as possible. Dana nailed it. This is unacceptable and has to stop.
Wow, they're gonna try to use Charlie Kirk as a martyr.
Oh yeah.
And when you look at it, and they're talking about these incidences that have happened, and it goes back to what we were saying about the greatest lie the devil, or what's the saying? The greatest lie the devil ever told, or something like that. Was ever told was making people think that he didn't exist.
Absolutely,
right? They're doing it again. When we talk about the great replacement theory and how they have made white men think that they are being replaced by minorities and that they are now under siege. They're doing it again. That now they are under war because of these incidents that have happened. But look at all of the political violence that have happened to LGBTQ, black people, women over the decades, over the centuries of this country. He pointed out 5 instances, and because of those 5 instances, they are now at war with us. They're at war with us.
Right. When they say we are at war, we know.
Because these have happened, because of the culture that we have seeded in America and the culture that we have grown in America of violence, and everything is goes back to violence, and the only answer is violence, because that is America. That is what America has taught us since America has been in existence, that violence is the answer to get what you want. Once that starts happening to you, now we're at war. They're attacking us.
Mm-hmm.
That is the greatest lie next to the devil's lie.
Are the National Guards going to Utah?
Exactly. Are they going to send the National Guard to Utah now that one of their own has been shot down from 120 yards away? The violence has hit home. Is Utah violent?
Yeah. And you know, the one of the crazier things about this whole situation and the whole narrative, they are teaching the separation, and they're keeping it alive, and that is part of the problem. We talking about we the people, but it's like, unless you are this person, unless you are, then it's not we. How we encompasses all of us.
Yeah, and let's be real, y'all. Y'all better know and see. We talking about the focus of today's show is y'all need to see this. You need to see the dots, connect them, and see what's really happening. They talking about war a lot. Mm-hmm. They got people training in the woods. They want to go to war.
Yep, absolutely. And that's the buck.
Sending the National Guard is war. Sending the military, they want to go to war.
Absolutely. We got to, while they want to go to war, we got to go take care of some bills. So we're going to take care of some bills. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. The Truth Talk text lines 833-212-1017. We want to hear your truth, and we'll be black.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Milwaukee, get ready for the ultimate flavor in Music Fest. Tacos and Tequila Fest is going down Saturday, September 13th at Franklin Field. Enjoy your favorite throwback hits with performances by Lil Jon, Pretty Ricky, B.O.B., Trina, and more. This event is strictly 21 and up, so leave the kiddos at home and get ready to vibe out. Live music, DJs, food trucks, tequila tastings, and all the vibes you can handle, all in one epic day. Tickets are going fast. Get yours now at tacostequilafest.com/market/Milwaukee.
Make your home safer. Get rid of unused household chemicals at MMSD Home Hazmat Drop-Off. It's free to visit a collection center. Get all the info you need at MMSD.com. Milwaukee County residents only, no businesses.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 1017 The Truth.
I want you to really stress the importance of having an ethnically diverse blood supply. But I guess, what do you say to people that, for whatever reason, are apprehensive about giving blood?
It's not by accident that we are building this fixed donation site right in the heart of this Halyard Park, Harambe neighborhood. And to your point, our black and brown donors probably represents the smallest demographic in our donor base. That's attributed to multiple reasons. For those of us that understand the history, there is a lot of underlying mistrust of the healthcare system. And quite frankly, there's already challenges with how busy people are, how accessible they are to even know where to go to donate blood. And let's face it, a lot of folks are scared of needles, right? But when they get through all of that, the importance, I think, is a heavier burden on our black and brown communities, because there are a lot of different blood diseases that require what I'll call more of a match in blood that only comes from people of similar ethnicities. Something that's specific to our black donors and patients is something that I think your listeners are very familiar with: sickle cell disease. The only therapy that get them through their day-to-day life is blood transfusions. And it's not just what I'll call average or normal blood type or blood transfusion. It's actually a specific blood with a specific type called RO blood. And this RO blood typically only comes from people of African descent and Hispanic descent. And so that's why it's so important that our donor base is diverse, so that it helps our ethnically diverse patient population.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
Northbound on 43, we have a pretty good ride there shaping up right out of the Marquette. The southbound side, that's a different story. Got backups from Good Hope Road all the way down to about Locust. We do have a crash in the Stadium Interchange, westbound 94 on the ramp from 175 northbound or Brewers Boulevard. We also have a crash eastbound 94 at 68th Street off on the left shoulder. Delays basically from 92nd Street all the way to 35th. Southbound 41 heavy from Appleton Avenue down past Capitol. Northbound's backed up before.
This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Yeah. Truth Nation. We're black. Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. We are your cousin subs of the day. I am a club sub, the legendary Home of Blow, along with the legendary
Dame Elsie in the place to be.
Jalapeno
today.
Yeah.
We fired up today.
Yeah.
On the grill.
Yeah, that part. Sponsored by Cousin Subs. Of course, we want to continue to hear from you. Truth Nation, 833-212-1017 to get your truth heard. And on the Truth Talk text line, Courtney said Black Wall Street wasn't political violence. That episode in Philadelphia wasn't political violence. They have mass numbers of people killed in political and violence by the red government.
That part.
Yeah. So
movement wasn't political violence. Right. Martin Luther King wasn't political violence.
Right.
Fred Hampton wasn't political violence. Malcolm X wasn't political violence, even though they said it was black people. But I'm just saying, all the people that we've lost, JFK, RFK, all these people that have been killed because of their ideologies, and we can go to more recent times, that's political violence. But now that it's flipped,
right,
we at war. So that just lets you know we take it when it happens to us as black people, we take it as we got to take the higher road.
Right.
We have always been the magical Negroes, so to speak. Mm-hmm. We take the higher road. We have the ability to absorb this pain and absorb this trauma and still take the higher road. Well, the second it happens to somebody else, then they had war.
Right. And we're often by our own people told, hey, let's not escalate it to this. Let's not jump to conclusions and then take this stance on it or take this opinion on it. But they go right there. Like they go from zero to bam. Yeah, we at war.
Look what Kennedy said.
Go ahead.
Can you see that? Once again, a bullet has silenced the most eloquent truth teller of our era. My dear friend Charlie Kirk was our country's relentless and courageous crusader for free speech. You know what's funny?
Right.
And Kennedy's a nut. But and that just shows you in that picture. You got one nut, two nuts, three nuts. You know what's crazy is that they now it's free speech.
Right.
Free speech. He just talked about free speech. So it's free speech when they talking about what you want to talk about.
That's right.
But it's not free speech when it's
it's cool when they do it.
It's cool when it's critical race theory. It's not free speech at that point.
That's right.
When it's the black person that is talking about reparations, it's not free speech at that point.
Come on.
When it's the Black Student Union at University of Wisconsin, Milwaukee, University of Wisconsin, Madison, it's no longer free speech at that point. It's only free speech when it's you saying it. When I'm saying it, it's something else. I don't even know what you call it at that point. It's negative speech. It's divisive. You're preaching divisive politics. It's not free speech when the Smithsonian has up the truth about what has happened in this country over hundreds of years. There's no free speech then. It's divisive comment. So if that's divisive, what is he saying?
I'm telling you,
what is all he said?
Will D said division. Remember, these are the same people who praise Kyle Rittenhouse.
And he's going to all of these universities doing this stuff. But at these same universities, they're telling the black students, you
cannot
be together.
Get together. Yeah, you can't do this.
Because you're not including the white kids, so it's divisive at that point.
Absolutely.
But they'll let him come in and say all this stuff.
Hashtag facts. Hashtag that part.
And mention what and go back to what I said earlier. 850 universities now have this as a chapter on their campuses. So that means they are allowed to exist as a chapter. But a black student union can't exist?
Nope.
Come on, man.
Nope. We got to
see it, y'all. Y'all need to see it.
Sandra on the True Talk text lines, 833-212-1017. Great morning. I love you. I appreciate you. You hear the conversation. What's your truth?
Good morning. Number one, my truth is, I saw the guy. I saw him. I see him, but I didn't listen all the way to him, but one time. And he's the most racist man I ever thought about. And then after you start reading stuff, you start learning that he's on board with Bannon and Stephen Miller.
Yep.
And they're all in this thing together about kicking people out of the country that don't look like them, that's not totally white. And then, that Project 2025 book, all this white nationalists, all in the churches and all this stuff. See, it's in the university, it's in the churches, and it's 900 pages. I haven't read it yet, but I have a small book of it. But I'm just looking at documentaries, and Steve Bannon running all over the world with this whiteness, running all over to England talking about kiss your whiteness, and trying to break them up with the Brexit stuff. So he's got them going with that kind of stuff. So these people, they're evil. They're devils, and that we're not going to let them switch it on us because they try to take everything we say, just like we said, woke, we're trying to, get some advancements for ourselves and get, our little communities right, because our communities are the ones that get the beat down. And then we get these, I don't know what kind of people they are. They lay the tire down, and the tire melts right back down into a deep hole. And then you got lumps in the street. We're just trying to live. What's wrong with people trying to live? We pay taxes like anybody else. Gay people pay taxes. What makes them think that they're supposed to have it all, and then we're supposed to fall off the face of the earth? And that's really what I had to say. And then one more thing I wanted to just say, these people don't have a heart, because that gun stuff with the kids being shot, that gets swept under the ground at the mall. That's swept under the ground, thoughts and prayers. And then you got this LaPierre, all this money they contribute to the gun association. He over there shooting elephants. I mentioned that before. Him and his wife went over to Africa to shoot elephants in the head. The LaPierre, he missed. He shot the elephant twice in the head. He missed. So the African guy, the guy that safari guy, had to take the gun and kill the elephant. Then his wife came up. She shot her elephant. She killed them. Now, if you could sit there and run your behind from America over there to kill animals, they think nothing about us, because the black people are used for their dirt. And, that's basically what I had to say.
Well, thank you for your truth,
Andrew,
Sandra.
put that picture back up there. Miss Sandra, you on point. Miss Sandra knows a lot, and you could tell. Andrew, the picture of Steve O'Bannon and what's his name? Steve Bannon? It's not Steve O'Bannon.
Yeah,
I'm thinking
Steve
of the
Bannon.
Bannon brothers
Yep,
that played
Steve
for UCLA.
Bannon.
Steve Bannon and Kirk. And then in that picture, it says the War Room. What are they doing? It's his organization, the Turning Point organization. They're in the War Room. O'Bannon, look at that. O'Bannon, you have to understand what O'Bannon is doing. O'Bannon is the orchestrator of all of this, right? And now he's going around the world.
Yep.
Orchestrating this in other countries. He's going around the world. The whole world is moving towards authoritative governments. And why are they doing that? Because they want to consolidate power. And the more that you consolidate power, the more you keep the rich and the more you keep the white man in power. That's what they're doing. And they have to because they understand that it's a global society. So they're going all over the globe with the same speech that they're talking about here.
Yep, absolutely. 833-212-1017. 833-212-1017. We definitely want to hear your truth because, like I say, there's a lot of division. And I don't think that even though that they're putting it on, the side of people who disagree with who Charlie Kirk was, it's really because of the division that was created by the entities and what is being forced upon people at over 850 campuses. You feel what I'm saying? So it's good to do that, like I say, but we can't come and do things and then we get put down as you're a DEI hire, you weren't qualified, you weren't this, you weren't that. If this was the land of the free, if this was, for everybody is included, then why are we being, the history being erased in libraries, in the history books and pictures being taken down and moving around in the White House and all of that? Like, what message is that sending to children? Because, you still can take field trips to the White House. You get what I'm saying? And to go in and not see anybody that looks like you.
Yeah, they want to get rid of the African American.
Period.
They said it's preaching divisiveness. But you got the flags at half mast for Charlie Kirk, and he wasn't preaching divisiveness,
right?
But you want to get rid of everything that is a historical fact that is America, and historical fact of America. What has happened in America forever.
This picture.
What's this picture here?
Kyle and Kirk.
See. Wow.
But let's look at it as in KK.
Ooh. Kyle and Kirk. There you go. And Kirk killed.
We just missing one more K.
Kirk killed, all them people in Racine and the Kenosha. Kyle, he killed all them people. And now so I'm saying again, y'all have to understand and see the messages they're sending with pictures like that. He just shot up a bunch of rioters, so rioters quotation marks, and so we're gonna hold him up. We're gonna get the defense fund. We're gonna make him a pillar of what we're doing because he's killing people.
Yep.
Don't understand what's going on, y'all.
That part. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. Truth Nation, we see you on the talk text lines. Brandon, you'll be the first person we go to when we come back. Again, you're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Make sure you go to our YouTube page, like and subscribe. Also, check us out live on Facebook, and we are on X, all at 101.7 The Truth. We'll be black.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth. Need a way to hype up your day?
Hey, is this Carolyn?
It is.
Congratulations, Carolyn. You just won this.
Congratulations. Woo!
God is good all the time.
What would you do with $5,000?
I'm going to buy my nieces some school clothes because my nephew just passed away.
Aww.
So I'm going to get them some clothes.
Stay tuned into 101.7 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
School's back in session. Kids have their backpacks, school supplies, and new clothes. But are you ready as a parent? Families are the single most important factor in a child's academic success. This year, get to know your child's teachers. Stay engaged with their learning. Don't be shy about asking questions along the way. Because as a parent, you are your child's first and most important teacher. Learn more about how City Forward Collective is helping families, students, and schools thrive at cityforwardcollective.org.
Quarterback Jordan Love isn't just on the Packers. He's also on the American Family Insurance team. Because like us, he believes in dreaming fearlessly.
Just chase your dreams and don't let nobody hold you back.
And we help protect those dreams with the right coverage so you can
dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Yeah. Tune in to the award-winning 101.7 The Truth's Black Business Give Back Spotlight this Friday at 3:57 p.m. between the Tory Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. Kyle Wallace will be joined by Trelly Mack, CEO of Hard Labor Entertainment. They will discuss Trelly's thriving clothing brand and how he went from an entertainer to a successful clothing designer by networking with the right people. So again, tune in to the Black Business Give Back Spotlight with Hard Labor Entertainment this Friday at 3:57 p.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Y'all log in, y'all tune in, y'all come in, y'all get down. Let's go.
We're black.
We're black.
Again, welcome to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. And, of course, I am the legendary Home Blow. He's the legendary
Dame Elsie.
And in the mix of all of this, and we have to, and I feel that it is super, super important. Wanted to do it early on, but we're still here now. So today is 9/11. And you know, everybody lost people in 9/11. And this is kind of like where we're going even with this conversation and this dialogue. There were black people that lost their lives, white people, there were Hispanics, there were Hmongs, you feel what I'm saying? Everybody.
Adults, children.
Indians, yeah, you get what I'm saying? So, like, that if we're talking about togetherness and being able to say, wow, you know, we do need to take a moment to recognize this solemn day in the history of the United States of America. So again, to anybody who lost somebody or know some people that lost their lives, and even those that survived, but the mental and the PTSD that they're living with and the health ailments that they are living with, even if they survive that horrific situation. We just want to give prayers and love and support and always remember 9/11. With that being said, we've got some people on the Truth Talk text lines. We've got Brandon. Brandon, thank you for being patient through our break. I love you. I appreciate you. You've been hearing the conversation. Brandon, what's your truth?
Thank you, Homer Blow, for taking my call. My truth is we have these black amplified voices. We have these black executives, but we don't necessarily have black progress. for me, it gets very frustrating when I hear, our intellectuals talk about Trump or out-of-state Republicans when, there's been enough teenagers killed in Milwaukee to fill up a classroom. That's not necessarily at the hands of Republicans. Many times, a lot of the positions Republicans take, they have the moral high ground. Milwaukee does need more police. Crime is outrageous in a number of democratically run cities. And the fact that we as African Americans have taken the side of the Democrat, regardless of whatever outcome comes to us, I think does a disservice to the future generations. There's no solutions that have come from 60 years of obedience to the Democratic Party. And, you keep calling it us, like us. Black people are just gasoline to the political machine. We are not a real factor, and we've not figured out how to extract value from the people we elect. And that's not on a Republican. That is on the everyday voter that gets out here and spews these talking points without any real meat to back up what they're looking for.
All right. Thank you for your call. But we, on a regular basis, damn near daily, we have to talk about the things that are going on in and around our city because, again, we're here.
Right.
We're able to experience it. This is why we're able to formulate opinions on a lot of these different issues, whether it's agreeing or agreeing to disagree on it.
Just listen today.
Brandon, I you have a right to your opinion, but I will agree to disagree because I believe that we talk about that all the time. We understand it. We understand the importance of community policing as well to help take away from these entities, but to just kind of throw that off like that has something to do. That's when they say it's apples and oranges.
Yeah, and then
in my
said
opinion.
the crime is out of control in all the major cities. It's not.
Yeah, it's not.
We've talked about how, like in Baltimore, where he wants to take over, crime is down. Chicago, even crime is down. Is it a lot of crime? Yeah, but it's still down. It's still trajectory going down. So, and then the 10 most states with the most crime are red states, and he's not talking about sending the National Guard there, so miss me.
Yeah, they're not going to Utah.
They're not going to Utah. Miss me with that.
They're not going to bring that up.
Miss me with that regurgitation you just gave us right there.
Monisha, I believe we have on line 2. Great morning, Monisha. I love you. Appreciate you. You've heard the dialogue. What's your truth this morning?
Well, good morning. How y'all doing out there? I am from Charlotte, North Carolina. I just want to say that even though what happened to Charlie Kirk was a bad thing, but still, I feel like us black people, like we don't get the coverage and stuff that we deserve when one of our people dies and one of our people end up, getting shot or getting shot at a school or whatever. Because I feel like it does get swept up under the rug. And that's what really irritates me. It's like we can sit around and talk about Charlie Kirk all day long in the news media, but when a black person gets shot, by the hands of an officer, that only is like one day coverage and they go to something else. I mean, it's ridiculous and it's preposterous. Like, we have got to hold everybody that spread these, these hatred and these hatred views. You know what I'm saying? We've got to hold them accountable, and that's including the Republicans and Democrats. And that's what I wanted to say this morning. Thank y'all so much for taking my call.
Absolutely.
Let me say something real quick.
Go ahead.
And I agree. I think, though, when black people get killed by police officers, it does hit the news now. We have our social media. We have our ways to make it. They don't initially want to do it, but we make it happen. And then let's not forget that also yesterday in Colorado, 2 kids were killed, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. They had school violence, another school shooting.
Yes, sir.
So you have somebody who is a proponent of the Second Amendment and doesn't want gun control being killed in Charlie Kirk. And then you have in Colorado an example again of the same thing without gun control. 2 kids being killed in a school. We don't even know the specifics of that because we done spent all this time on Charlie Kirk, but two kids got killed because of lack of gun control, but nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to say, that we need gun control. in this country, and people think, oh, the Second Amendment is there to protect our rights, and we need to have guns to protect us from what? Protect us from people that the Charlie Kirk people. You know what I'm saying? And but they're the ones that saying we need guns, but we need guns to protect us from you. Y'all the ones shooting and killing everybody on these political scenes and going in these. Let me.
DB on the True Talk text line said, I've seen many videos where this guy, Charlie Kirk, turns the mass school shooting epidemic into something correlating to gang violence, all in order to avoid committing to an opinion on gun laws. He was truly just a slick talker who bombarded you with so much in his responses that you lose perspective on the prevalent topic. He was basically just a racist con artist. Might have been drinking oil because he was so slick.
That part. I saw him lose one of those debates just recently. A kid was talking about the Senate, and Charlie Kirk was talking about DEI, and the kid broke down the Senate and how the Senate is based upon the way that they get those senators in office, and he used California versus Wyoming. It's like Wyoming is basically DEI, their diversity, equity, and inclusion, because they don't have enough people to have that many senators, but yet they have the same senators as California. So that's DEI. And woo, Charlie getting mad. You can see his face get red. That part, right?
Yes, sir.
So people go around and we played the quotes that Charlie has given us, Charlie Kirk. We've played the quote of the president and how he sees Charlie Kirk.
Correct.
We have dissected all different ways and avenues of this, and we
in a fair and balanced way.
In a fair and balanced way, and you have to come to the conclusion. Well, I have come to the conclusion, and hopefully you, the Truth listener, and the Truth Nation has come to a conclusion that fits you and fits your soul. My conclusion is that this whole thing, we got to see it for what it is. The same country that called George Floyd a scumbag for being killed is putting the flags at half-mast for this guy. The same country that tells you that your freedom of speech is not okay is telling you that his freedom of speech is okay. This is the same country we're living in, the same view. So hopefully you see it now for what it really is and not for what you want it to be or what it could be.
Well, we come to a close. The legendary Dame Elsie.
You see how smooth I went right into it?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We've been doing this for a minute now.
Absolutely.
I get it.
Absolutely. Listen, I think that the unfortunate reality of this situation with this assassination, it's going to further divide our country instead of bring our country together, because you can already hear it in that they brought out the "this is war." We didn't say anything about war. We just said facts. If nobody has told you that they love you today, I want to let you know that I love you. And I want you to please have a safe and nonviolent remainder of the morning, afternoon, evening, night. And hopefully the things we have to talk about in the near future won't have to be within our minute degrees of separation. Love you, babes. Talk to my agent. Thank you for supporting Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 The Truth with the legendary Home Blow, along with
legendary Dame Elsie.
Sherwin Hughes is up next with Truth. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. We out.
Catholic Memorial Football.
To Devon Williams Jr., and he's into the end zone.
The Crusade.